Hello, hello, and happy Fun Fold Friday, everyone. How are you this morning? It's the weekend. I love it. Hello, Joyce, Linda, Michelle, Luana, Rosie. Thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. So, if you can see from the title right here, Fun Fold Friday, a folding screen card, but I'm going to put some vellum in it. So I'm going to cut out the centers of each panel and then back it with the vellum. So when I was growing up, where my mom, she had a folding screen, and I'm sure a lot of y'all have folding screens, to hide stuff behind, but hers was from Japan, and it had rice paper with the wood lattice design thing. It was so pretty. My sister inherited it, but that's okay. Sissy can have it, or my brother. I can't remember who has it. Anyways, that's what inspired me when I got the green and gold suite. The suite is called. Hold on. Oh shoot. Oh, something green and gold. I can't. The names of product is so hard to remember when they keep changing it up. And it's brand new. It just came out this month, but it's gorgeous. And it's got this vellum. And I thought, what can I use with this vellum that's unique? Because there's lots of things you can do with vellum. But I was thinking about my mom's screen and making a screen card. And I thought, well, how am I going to do that? So that's what I'm going to show you all how to do today. Now, one more thing before we get started, and that is those of you who ordered from me in June, I am sending out your stamps and your thank you gifts this weekend. So don't fret. I have not forgotten. It's just that I was on vacation, and it's really hard to catch up when you're gone that long. Anyways, I've got a lot more who have joined us. I love it. I love it. Hello. So I've got now Darlene has joined us, and Marie. Good morning, you guys. All right. Let me switch camera views. There we go. All right. We're going to need some supplies, and I'm going to put the supplies at the bottom of the screen right here. And so you can jot them down if you've got pad and paper, or you can just wait for the email to come out today and you can print the tutorial. The tutorial will have all the measurements, all the written instructions, and a picture of the card. So that's always easier, but sometimes people want to get started right away. So you can jot these down. So the first thing, before I give you the measurements, let me show you the stamp sets. So we're going to use, this is a part of the green and gold suite. It's called Greetings of the Season. And so I'm doing Wishing You a Merry Christmas. And this is the most wonderful time of the year. So I'm using this, but I'm not using the dies from this stamp set. I'm using the dies from this stamp set, Everyday Details, because I needed a rectangle to cut the screen out. I looked at all the different rectangle dies that we have currently. We have the deckled edge rectangles, and then we've got some other random rectangles in different stamp sets. But this one actually had a rectangle that would work with the dimensions of the folded screen card. Okay. So that once again, this one's called Everyday Details. And also it's just an awesome die set to own. It's got the rectangles, but it's also got circles. And then what's really cool about this die set is these are holes. And if you've looked online at other people using it, or just Google Everyday Detail dies, you will see how people have used embroidery thread, and done sewing techniques with the holes. So it's really pretty. Okay, so that is what I'm using. What else am I using? My supply list. The seasons. It's called Seasons of Green and Gold. All right, the vellum. So let me grab that. Now, there are two paper packs with this set. The first one I'm showing you is the Vellum paper pack, and it's just gorgeous. And these cut out with the dies from the stamp set that coordinates with it. The stamp set is Gold and Greenery. Anyways, the Vellum, and And then there's also just this plain white vellum. It's not plain white. It's got some speckle on it. But these shapes you can cut out, or you can use it just regular like I'm going to. All right, so that's the vellum. But then the paper pack, you can cut out the shapes of the paper pack too, which I've cut some out for this card today. But just look how pretty this is. It's just, I love it. It's just green and gold. Yeah, and you get 12 sheets, 12 by 12, 12 sheets too of different designs. And anyways, so you can only find this suite online. You can only find these papers and stamps online. They're not in the catalog. The online store is stampinup.com. And then you just pick me as your demonstrator. When you use this host code right here, I send you a thank you gift when you order 50 or more. So that is that. Okay, let's get on with making the card. Now, I had to kind of get started or we'd be here all day. The first, so here is the rectangle that I used. And you're going to need to cut out two rectangles. So let me pop that up there for you. And I'm using early espresso. So you need two of them. This one is 6.5 by 5. Then I scored it at 3, and then I scored it at 6. And what that did was leave me a little 1/2 inch section here to glue to this section. And this is 6 by 5.5, scored at 3. All right. Now, one other thing I did, let me turn this around. One other thing I did is I measured 1 inch up. Now this is for this die, okay? I measured 1 inch up to place this die, and I cut out a rectangle out of each of the panels, okay? So let me show you what I mean. I have the pencil line right there at 1 inch. I just put that on there. All right. And then I get something to hold that die still, because you do not want it to move when it goes through the die machine, or you'll have a crooked panel piece. All right. Then I just come over here to my cut and emboss machine, which mine's electric, and it's plugged in over here on the side of my craft room. So I know you can't see me. I'm over here. Anyways. Whoops, come back here. Having a catastrophe over here. All right. And then that just cuts that rectangle out. Now I have these 4 rectangles that pop out, which that's what another thing I love about this die set. And I can use these on different cards. So I do plan on making some cards with these that later. All right. So we've got that. And then we've got our panel there. Okay. We are done doing that part. The next part that we need is the vellum, and it's called Graceful Greenery Vellum. And I've cut out 4 panels. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they are cut at 2 7/8. Now remember, the panel is 3 inches. So basically I've just cut it a little bit smaller so it'll fit without getting in the way of the next panel. Okay. But I still have room to tape it on there. Okay. Now I'm using tear tape for this project. Okay. Tear tape. You could use the tape runner, but my tape runner is thicker, wider than the tape here. And I didn't want to get adhesive outside the vellum. All right. All right. How are we doing, everybody? Let me stop real quick and check my comments. Remember, if you do have a comment, put a question mark. Okay. So I can see your comment quickly as I scroll through here. Yep. I don't see any questions. Okay, great. Awesome. We're doing good. Let's continue. So, double check here. Oh, and this is, oh, you know what? Oh, I totally forgot. Yikes. I forgot I needed to cut this out also. So we will deal with that in just a minute. Okay. We will deal with that in just a minute. Let's get these on here first. All right. So I want to put them on the back. let's flip them over. Let's flip them over. There we go. Now I am putting the tape right where the holes are. I know that that's going to be weird, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right. And then we just put that on there. And now tear tape, you can use your fingernail, or if you want a cleaner tear, use like a credit card or something with a flat edge. I'm just using the spatula here. Okay. And I'm just doing the top and the bottom. I think you could do all the sides, but I think it's just overkill. The vellum isn't very heavy, so it'll stay with just the two. All right, so there's that one. How we doing? How we doing? Okay. And this one on here. Come on. There we go. And down here. And I am putting it right on the edge of the opening of the rectangle. Oh, look at that. I ran out of tear tape. Okay, no problem. I've got plenty more. Wow, I very rarely run out of something. Ha, that's not true. Okay, there we go. That is trash. Grab another one. Oh, here's one. I have a lot of them that have been started and not finished. Okay, let's get this in here. Come here. How are you all doing? What's your plans for the weekend? Oh my gosh, so pretty and sunny here in Texas. Hot as the devil, but pretty and sunny. Nice weekend to play with the grandkids or go swim in the swimming pool or just stay inside with the air conditioning and make cards, which sounds like a great idea. Actually, I'm going to do some scrapbooking this weekend. I don't know if you're familiar, but we have a scrapbook kit in the kit section of our store, and it's a travel journal. It's not not a kit in the sense that you make a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, but this is an actual scrapbook journal, and the theme is travel. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that Monday night. So be sure to tune in Monday night. Okay. And I'm going to be putting that together. All right. Let's put these panels on here. I'm going to rub these down, make sure they're good and secure. Okay. Come on. There we go. And the vellum has two sides, okay? And because I'm on the back, I want my back showing. All right. And then I know that it just fits in here. So I'm going to put it almost to the edge. There we go. Voila. First one on. Very good. I'm going to take this measurement down so it's out of our way. Hold on. There we go. Now I'm not hiding anything. There we go. Whoops. Now, if some of the adhesive does poke out, like I felt a little bit right there, there's a couple of things you can do. You can get a gum eraser and erase it, or you can get some talc powder and cover it up. Or you could get some more paper, and because this is the back side and you're not going to see it, you could do it that way. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Let's do these. So this folding card, what is this? Folding screen card is, you can find all kinds of ideas on the internet. However, I could not find one where someone had cut the middle out. And I thought, how interesting. Because, I mean, that's how most screens are. They have that rice paper, you know. But anyway, so I had to kind of try to figure this out. But I'm really glad I did, because I think this card really turns out beautiful when it's done. And unique. And then it can stand on your friend's mantle, and they can be very impressed with your artwork. There we go. All right. So now that I've got all the panels on there, remember we had that part where we've got to glue it. Okay. So, and it's going to get covered up. I mean, it's going to show through if I don't cut it out. All right. So, let's see. I need to, well, I know it's 1 inch up and it's going to come in some. So I'm just going to wing it. I know that this panel lines up with this panel. So I'm going to come in here. Okay. Not too much because I do want, oh, actually, let's fold it first. Yeah. There we go. Because it's going to be really thin when I finish. All right. So we're just going to come in here and cut that and then cut that and come up here. And it doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see it. There we go. All right. So now I need to get some glue and glue that on there so it'll be nice and secure. All right. So we're going to glue that. Put a little tiny stream of glue there. And glue that. Get that nice and glued down. Okay. Ooh, I'm a little shaky this morning. There we go. All right. Now let that set. I noticed some of the little dots didn't come out when I was poking the dots. There we go. So I'm going to pop those out real quick. These down here adhered to the glues, to the tear and tape, so it might not come up as easy. Oh, I found the tweezers. If you were watching Monday and Wednesday, I couldn't find my tweezers anywhere because the kittens had destroyed my craft room while I was gone on vacation. Little kittens. They're so sweet. All right, let's fold this. So it's going to fold this way. Okay. There we go. And then it's going to fold this way. All right. Oh, that glue's not quite dry. Yikes. All right. Put that on there. And then it's going to fold back this way. And this is why you don't want the vellum touching the edge of the folds, is you need that room for it to be able to fold. So there we go. There's our, whoops, wrong way. Let's do our card the right way. Okay, so this is the front of the card and it opens up. It's like that. And then it sits on the table like that. Now, if you don't like this raw edge on the back, you could take 1/4 inch brown strips and cover them. And that would help do that. It'll make it thicker when you fold it, but no biggie. Let's see. I need to get my bone folder here and get this better. There we go. Maybe I should have taped the vellum down. It's kind of popping up. That's all right. Okay. I love it. Now, one other thing we haven't done, and that is the legs. Now, I have an old retired punch, and it's called it's called Lasting Label. Okay. So if you've got Lasting Label, this is a great punch for making legs on folding screen cards. If you don't have this punch, anything that may have a decorative border, if you've got a tag, but you only have 1 inch really to work with right here and 3 inches this way. Okay. So think about that when you're choosing this, or a die. You could do a die also. But this is retired. If you don't have it, sometimes when you go like to Etsy or just shopping Google, you may find someone selling their old retired one. And like I said, it's called Lasting Label. All right, Lasting Label. And now I've also come in here because I want all my legs to be at the same height. I have marked, I don't know if you can see it, but I have marked it equally on both sides here inside. So when I put this in here, okay, and I line it up on the edge so it's straight, okay. There we go. Okay. It does that, okay? And now watch how it makes the legs. It's so cool. And one more. And last one. Oh, come on. There we go. Yay. And now it really looks like a folding screen, doesn't it? Isn't that cool? All right, let's do a little bit more decorating. So it's an actual card because it's a cool decorative piece, but you know, it doesn't really say anything. So I cut out one of the smaller rectangles from this everyday die set and a circle. Okay. Then, like I said, I fussy cut, or some of them the dies fit, some of them the dies didn't fit, and I had to fussy cut some of these pieces here. All right, so I've got all that, and we're going to decorate. Are you ready? Yay. Let me double check my comments, make sure I don't have any questions. Oh, hey, Renee. Yes, I am doing what's called a folded screen card, but I added vellum. So that's made it a little different than other screen cards you'll find online. Okay. And Tina says 90s and 100-degree temperatures. Yeah, the humidity is what gets you, Tina. Tina, where are you? I should know, but because I've sent stuff to you, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I know the country is very hot, no matter really where you are. Oh, Marie said, where are the kitties? Probably thinking up their next attack. Exactly, Marie. That's exactly what they're doing. Actually, they're probably passed out from all their antics last night while we were sleeping and this morning. Those kittens. They will be a year old August 16th, you guys. I can't believe they're almost a year old. That's crazy. All right, let's continue here. Now, I've pulled out crumb cake. Crumb cake, I found when you stamp it, it kind of looks gold, okay? It's not gold, but it kind of looks gold. If you really want gold, then just get, you know, your embossing powder out. But I find that, nah. It's just easier to stamp with crumb cake. Now I'm going to pull this over to the side as much as I can because I'm going to put the bell and some greenery up here in the corner. Wishing you a merry Ooh, I am really shaking. Calm down. And Christmas. Wishing you a merry. Isn't this beautiful? I love how this stamp set has script and block. Now, the Christmas doesn't exactly fit, but it fits close enough, I think. Okay. So wishing you a Merry Christmas. And we are going to put the bells on here like this. All right. And some vellum. Now, my vellum, I need to be careful. So let me... I'm not putting dimensionals, you guys. This card has so many folds in it that I don't know if it'll work. It may, I don't know. Okay, so I have the bells on there. Now I'm going to put the vellum behind, but I need to make sure they don't stick up. Now it's okay if it goes over the edge, as long as it's not the inside fold, because this is only 3 inches and a card envelope is for a little bigger than 4 1/4. So there's enough room for it to go over the edge. But help me. the sprigs cannot go over the top. Okay, so there's really not much room for the greenery unless I bring it down some. Okay, so put it there and there. Oh, I think I'll put actually, I think I'll switch that to vellum. There we go. Now you can see better. All right. Whew, that is a lot of greenery there. I may just use the pine. Just use a vellum and a non-vellum pine needle. How did those look? Whoops. Except I really need to bring it down. The other option is to bring wishing you a Merry Christmas further, which that looks fine. I'll do that. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to lift this off, hold that down, and it's hard to open glue with one hand, but I can do it. Here we go. There we go. 1 and 2. And just hold those for a second, and then I'll get them here in the center just a minute with the wishing you. Okay. And oh, let me close my ink. Now, the thing about adhesive and vellum is you can see through. However, we're not really worried about the back of our card. I mean, we don't want it to look too grungy, but it is the back of the card. All right. But I am going to put the adhesive here. Okay. So that, oh, come on. There we go. All right. And this is going to go right there. And then I'll just put a little bit down here. Okay. All righty. There we go. Okay. So that is the front of our card. Okay. Very pretty. And now we need our sentiment. Now, the other thing about this card is there's really nowhere to write unless you could put, like, because you've covered up so much of the vellum here, you could put a white piece back here and you could write. That would work. I'm going to put my circle here. However, I have to be careful because the card folds right there, so I can't go over the edge, which I'm just putting it in the center anyways. Let's stamp it first. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And this barely fits either, but I think it works fine. Okay. Let me check my comments. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Maggie. She says, what a special card. Love it. And Susan, better late than never. Yes, watch the replay because this is a really cool card. Yep. It's got all the measurements pop up at the bottom, and then so you can write them down. Or like I said, for you guys, if you missed it in the beginning, just wait later this afternoon. An email will be sent out with all of the written instructions and measurements, a downloadable PDF that you can print off, which makes it much easier. And then you can keep it for later. All right, there we go. So like I said, it doesn't fit exact, but I think it works. And then we need some more greenery. There we go. Now this greenery should fit better because it's the rectangle was kind of long. So I have this one and this one. Oh no, let's do this one. No, let's do this one. That looks good. Or I could do both of them. Yeah. Oh, now I've gone off and started changing my mind. Okay, that looks good. All right. But I do have to be careful once again. So I'm going to put some adhesive here in the center and then stick the greenery underneath it. There we go. And so this greenery, like I said, you can't have it go past the fold unless you fold the greenery, or you could cut it off, I guess. Yeah, I can't decide what I want to do here. Does it look like balloons to you, like balloon animals? Sometimes I keep seeing balloon animals here. All right. This one, it can go off the edge, just not off the top. I'm going to need to trim that down. Yeah, it can go on the edge because it can come out, but oh, that needs to be trimmed also. Oh, yeah, much better. Okay, I like that. It's this one that's having the problem because it's too long. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm coming in here and I'm fussy cutting to make it not so wide. There we go. Oh, and I know I'm going to have to cut that off, so there we go. That's much better. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, actually, you know what? I can stick, now that I've done that, I can stick this over here. Just let me cut it prettier. Ooh, I am shaking. There we go. Oh, yeah. All right. Let me get these in here and we are done. All right. Like I said, the tutorial will come out later this afternoon. So be watching for that in your email, along with the replays of Monday night and Wednesday's card challenge. If y'all didn't see the card challenge, it's a Christmas card. Duh, Christmas in July. Yeah, V says, I see it. Balloon dogs. I know, isn't it? Though I keep seeing that. It's hilarious. All right, let me. Okay. Come on. There we go. Ah, yay. Okay. So then when it's all folded up and it goes in the envelope and they get their card wishing you a Merry Christmas, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Isn't that fun? I love it. Actually, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to make myself bigger so you can see it this way. All right. There we go. Isn't that fun? I love it. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's fun fold, you all. Have a blessed weekend and watch for your email later today, you guys. All right. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. Nope. All right. Bye-bye, you guys.